area is secure. Do you have what we require?
What do you desire? Keep to the shadows.
Make it quick. Do not miss your mark. Prepare the ritual. Our ruse must be convincing if we are to deceive Morbitan. From strife comes opportunity. The trap is set. Lure the Lich to his demise. The trap is set. Now we lure Morbitan to his doom.
Finally, the power our new Baron promised shall now... No! The ritual, it is ruined! Motherboard, you incompetent fool!
It is you who are the fool, Morbitan. And your folly has brought your demise.
Wretched spy, curse you, and your fallen house!
Horagarek!
Infants, you will fall, just like your Margrave.
They're the mere underline. Such the price that you are treated. What power still lingers in the air? That rune blade. It is of the Primus's make. Grief accomplishes nothing. This changes things. Perhaps Draka holds the... So, you hold the key to the seat of the Primus. Then I will meet you there. It pleases me to know your power has not waned. I would hate to have been slain by a weakling.
For the Margrave and Maldraxxus. You look oddly hale today. How do you serve the Margrave? The air was once rich with anima, like it was dust. Ah, the sweet aroma of decay. You would make quite the suitable vessel. mince words. Fight well.
It is good to fight beside you again, Marsh.
Who are we
Save
going
your
to kill today?
pleasantries.
Noctua! Even here, I protect the weak. We will report. Hold this ground until we return.
As you command, Baroness.
Hope you find
See you soon.
Be well. Virus, what happened here?
The constructs retaliated. There were too many.
Without Praxis, victory is out of reach. We must... Outsider! With me! Now!
And what if that hall stands empty? No. The seat is a fool's errand. Make it. We are chosen. We rely on strength of arms. We must gather our mightiest soldiers, even our missing Baron.
Was he not lost to the Maw?
This mortal claims to have escaped the Maw's clutches once before. Let us put their words to the test. Speak, soldier. You have your orders.
would seem you must brave the horrors of the mall once again. I know not how to locate this missing Maldraxi Baron, nor our living allies, but I believe I can help you find Darien Mokraine. That's a start, at least. Honored voice, we seek entrance to the mall.
There is but one path to that dark realm. The same route all souls destined for damnation must take. But be warned, mortal. Though you escaped the mall once, you may not be so fortunate a second time.
We all have a duty to fulfill. Go carefully, champion. Find Darien. We know the risk. There is no choice but to try.
Hello, man. Out of respect for my viewers that are from all around the world, I will speak in my poor English. Yes, for sure. For sure. It is, especially in this game and in the major cities. So in the game, you can imagine how fine it is, since this game loves Intel anyway, Intel and NVIDIA. But the Ryzen 3600 wasn't bad either. I mean, just by judging the performance when the computer was working, you know. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the FPS are higher, and that in expansion, and you know, with every expansion the performance should decrease if you have let's say the same system. But it was okay with the Ryzen 3600 also, you know. At a point you really are gaining more FPS from the GPU right now, especially myself, since I play in 4K, than from the CPU, you know. I mean, you don't need a 10900 to play well or to stream. So if you're on a really tight budget, let's say that I would have very little money to spend on a system, but I would want to play any game out there and to stream. I would buy the say the i3 10100. Okay. So in that case, go for Intel. I personally had only nightmares with the AMD stability, you know, and that's why I don't wish, not even to my enemies, to go through what I had to. You can find the videos on my channel if you look for them. But yeah, look, you know, I understand. I don't know what to say. I mean, if I disable VSync, let's hope I don't mess up the stream. Usually when I used to say disable VSync, I was crashing the stream. But just for the sake of the performance, if the stream crashes, I hope you'll come back later on, because you'll know it crashed from disabling the vertical sync. Let's see how many FPS I get. So disabled, apply. Okay. Then I will cancel it. I wanted to show you how many FPS I got right now, because you saw mainly I play with VSync on, because my monitor has only 60 Hz. But yeah, I go over 100 FPS in this game without a problem in 4K. Yeah. Man, I don't know what to tell you, really. Honestly, you see, you already have a very good GPU. Your video card is very good, like mine, and the CPU again is very good, as long as it works, as long as you don't get blue screens from the software instability of AMD. Yeah, it's very you know, in WoW, I mean, it's not a first-person shooter. I didn't had any issues with the response with my Ryzen 3600. I mean, I was getting there really high FPS, especially when I played the game in quality 7, not 10 like I do now. Yeah. No, honestly, if everything works for you, I don't see why you would upgrade, really. Unless you would like to, let's say, not break the bank and explore the Intel alternative. I mean, you could go for a i5-10400F and you would get for sure with 5 up to 10 FPS more than your Ryzen CPU for now. But that would mean to do what I had to do. Yeah, but you know, you cannot don't equal the frequency on an Intel with the frequency on AMD. It's, yeah, and there you have it. If you don't stream, there's really, and if you don't stream and if you don't do video editing, because I do, aside from gaming, streaming, I also do heavy video editing, you know, and that's why I went for the CPU. Mainly because I wanted to spend as the least time possible editing. For gaming, you don't need a 10900 just to game in. Yeah, but it's still way too much, you know. It's not worth investing so much in a CPU just for gaming. So you're not even streaming and doing 100 things in the background like you could with that. No, man. You know, if I was you, I would focus more on the GPU. Of course, I'm not telling you to get a dual core with hyper-threading, but yeah. Personally, man, I would never go back to AMD again. You know, after I went through so many hundreds of blue screens of death, I don't want to hear AMD ever again. And I've spent a lot of money. Now, if I would be you, and you would want, let's say, the best performance in this aspect, get the highest clock 6-core 12-thread CPU. If you're a fan of overclocking, then I don't have anything to tell you because I know nothing about it. And although I have a system that I could easily automatically overclock it, I don't do it. I want to keep all the things working perfect. But a 6-core 12-thread is way more than enough as long as you have a high clock CPU. So a 10600K would be really the best choice, or if you want to overclock. If you don't want to overclock, even 1060, so a locked CPU would be suffice, and spend all your extra cash on a GPU if you want to have those high frame rates, you know, because you will not gain more than if you will go to a CPU that has extra cores which you'll never use in gaming. So I must confess to you, if I would not video edit, let's say I would have not done video editing at all, just streaming, I would have gone for the 10400F. So after I sold my AMD 3600 and the motherboard, that crappy motherboard from AMD, with the same amount of money, let's say, and an extra 200 lei, or 300, I would have been able to upgrade to switch to the Intel side with the same core count and even 5 to 10 FPS better. And that would have been it. You don't need it. I mean, whoever tells you that you need this i9 for gaming, it's if you want to have the best of the best, by all means. But I would focus on an ASUS Strix 3080 GPU, and that will give you all the FPS possible in 1440p 144 Hz. That is my suggestion. But if you want to upgrade right now, at least wait a bit more, because your system is perfect. Trust me, even with your current system, you would be able to have those FPS in some games, in some areas. What is your primarily game? What is your main game? For what game you want to buy, to upgrade? For WoW? Or for some different game? Because, you know, not even the best possible PC of the moment cannot give you 144 FPS constant in WoW. I mean, when a raid of 25 or 40 people comes, you will not have 144 FPS with no computer on this planet. I've seen some videos that even a 3090 can be put to its knees by this game, you know. So it all comes down to not spend the money in vain. That's it. I wanted to upgrade also to a 3080, and I wanted to sell my 2070 Super, but since I wasn't able to get the price I asked for, man, I said the game runs amazing. I don't really need the upgrade. You can see I don't have a 144 Hz or a 100 Hz monitor. I like to play in 4K, and even if I would have one, this GPU would be perfect. So why spend the money? Of course. Yeah, but you want to upgrade, then at least you know, have patience and let the Intel 11th generation CPUs come out, and see then what CPUs will be available. The launch is just like, let's say, 3 months away, something like that. Wait and see what you like then, and upgrade to the 11th Intel generation. Right now the 10th gen is, oh, I know it sounds crazy, but this is the reality. It's already old news, you know. And get a motherboard that will have support for PCI Express 4.0 also, and everything will be perfect. But just be a bit patient. But still, just for gaming, I don't know, an i9 is way over the top. let's see where I had to go. You know, nothing will be but enough in maybe in 2 years. Yeah, then just have 3 months patience and see then what Intel will have to offer and what AMD will have to. But I would still only go for Intel. It's my honor, man, anytime. I really wish you to get the best deal possible and to have your dream PC. Let's see how long it will take me to have this drop. The amulet of the horseman charged. Oh, so basically this thing. So now it's at 50%. I gotta kill the same amount of mobs that I killed so far. Anytime. Merry Christmas, man. Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to reply to some Christmas greetings. No. I think I have to go up here. Yep. Well, man, you must have been lucky, I don't know. Maybe it was caused by the overheating in an oven of my previous Red Dragon case. Red Dragon Sideswipe-Black. I bought it because it catched my eyes with all those 4 fans installed and RGB, but it was hot like a mofo, you know. Yeah, don't worry, not even the Intel CPUs don't boost so high, you know, like they advertised. But yeah, it's okay to, let's say I didn't miss anything. The CPU overall was very good. I mean, the performance when it worked, it was all I ever needed for streaming. In video editing, of course, the more cores, the better. But yeah, the blue screens were torture, literally torture. Even my i9, I don't know if I saw it more than a couple of times jumping to 5 GHz, and that's it. Usually it stays at 4.9. And for me the Ryzen CPU was at 4.15 the most. The highest clock. Usually it was sitting at around 4000 megahertz, 4050. But yeah, ever since I switched to this new system and with this power supply 1000 watts from Corsair, and yeah, with the case and all, it's so cool and quiet. You know, I keep it in the standard parameters, so even when I update the BIOS, you see I don't press F3 to increase the capabilities of the CPU. I like to keep it in let's say normal mode. Yeah, you know, for me the CPU is way more than enough, way more than I would ever need and want. So pushing the frequency is not something that I am fond of. I just like it to be as cool, as quiet, as fast as possible, of course, but to get the job done. Yeah, that's what I do also. I enable the XMP at 3200 megahertz, CL14. But other than that, no overclocking, no nothing. Thank you, may it be so, because you can imagine I've spent a small fortune on these parts, but it is really a dream come true, and it really pays off. You know, it's worth spending more money to get the best of the best when it comes to the case. To the power supply, they are really important. I didn't knew they were so important, you know, until oh man, I'm so dead. Yeah, until I bought these ones, and I've seen how they perform. So I don't know what I have to do there to survive. Because, you know, future proofing, it's really over you cannot get it, because every year now something better appears, so it's overrated. All what matters is to get what you need in that particular moment, and of course without being right on the edge with the CPU usage and all. But other than that, if you don't use it to, let's say, more than 50%, it's no point in upgrading it. And with your Ryzen, I'm pretty sure you have something like 11-13% usage, maybe even 8. Am I right? Yeah, indeed. All the components matter. very nice. Let's see if we get an epic upgrade. It's all good. It's a very good upgrade anyway. 122. What else I could tell you that this is for sure my first time I've ever spent so much on PC parts, of course, but I really cherry picked them all, and I would choose ASUS everywhere I can, meaning the motherboard and the GPU. So ASUS makes the best things. For the CPU, Intel. For the RAM, Corsair. I only keep now the G-Skill FlareX for AMD because they work perfectly fine on the Intel also, and I didn't want to spend anything extra there, you know. For the hard drives, meaning the SSD, the M.2 SSD, Samsung, and for the power supply, the best rated Corsair power supply you can get. The case, the Cooler Master, is amazing, but you don't have to go again over the top here. Any PC case that has front mesh, so it must have a full mesh in front from top to bottom, and at least one exhaust fan on top, not only the one behind in the back. It will be perfect. If it has mesh all over the top area also, it will be the best. There is a cheaper, almost 50% cheaper alternative to the one that I have from Cooler Master as well, with the same 200 millimeters front fans and only one 200 millimeter maximum fan on top. So I'm pretty sure, again, the difference in temperatures will be like, I don't know, 2-3 degrees Celsius, which is again nothing, and you'll pay with 500 lei less. But again, it was just a dream PC, a dream come true for me, and that's why I went like this. So this is about it. Otherwise, I don't know what to recommend you more or to suggest you, aside from waiting for the 11th gen Intel. Always patience really rewarded me greatly. I never had the things that I wanted on time, but when I had them, they were like, oh man, way better than I could ever thought and dreamed. Okay. In the House of Dreams. Yeah, okay, very nice. I have the same M.2 SSD like you, the same capacity, and with the Gigabyte brand for GPUs, I've called it a day also after getting that grinding noise every time the fans were started to spin. That's a very, very good power supply. Let's say the rating could be better, but it's also a very good power supply and brand, and very and high enough wattage. If everything works and you don't get blue screens, that it's perfect. Okay. I gotta go there. I looked at the Be Quiet power supplies when before I purchased my parts, but yeah, I decided in the end to go all out with the 1000 watt PSU to never have to worry about not being good enough. Very nice. The RAM is really fine. I am also looking at another kit of 16 gigabytes, but I can't decide yet if to just upgrade to 32 gigabytes of the same 3200 megahertz CL14, or to indeed sell this kit at a really high loss, because nobody will give me 600 lei on it, and get a 2-stick kit of 32 gigabytes similar to the one you have. But I wanted to chill out a bit with the spending, you know, after I managed to assemble the PC, and it's good enough. I mean, it works. I won't get double the FPS if I upgrade to the RAM for now, and I can stream without a problem even with 16 gigs. Very nice. I bet they've cost something. 32 gigabytes, 3600 megahertz at that time. It wasn't cheap, especially in our country. Very nice. Let's see. What do they want me to attack this guy? I'm so dead. yeah, for sure it is. Let's see. Let's choose the dagger. Yeah. Well, maybe I will see what I can do in the future. You know. But yeah, for me it's really a bummer because I have this RAM from the AMD system. I even have the old RAM, the 2133 Crucial from my old system, and really I start to gather a lot of PC components, which after that decrease in value, and yeah, it doesn't feel right to lose so much money, because as I told you, we cannot keep up with technology unless we upgrade every year, and it's really not worth it. But I'll have to see what I'll do in the end. What I will choose to do. Very nice. Let's kneel all. But yeah, nothing happens. A friendly. So I have to go back there. Hero's Rest. Not. Words of the Primus. Also, it's outside. But let's see how to get there. Man, for me, this is the best game in the world. But I perfectly understand you, you know? I too cannot understand people playing other games. Yeah, ever since I discovered this game, I forgot about every other ones. Oh yeah, I understand. Never played the first two. Need for Speed. I used to play the Porsche edition years and years ago, and that was about it. We're in the... Yeah, indeed. As long as you enjoy what you play, that's all that matters. Same here. Man, I don't know how to get there, or is that a bug? Jesus. Worlds of the Primus. Where do I get this quest? Let's see if I will die. Oh. Yeah, indeed. I am lost also, you know. I haven't played the game for a long time, and yeah, it feels different than what I was used to, but hopefully I'll get back on track. Yeah, I don't know where to get that that quest. Is really silly. It shows to be there, but it's not. Let's go there. No, don't worry, man, it's way better than mine for sure. It's perfect. My English is really poor, but yeah, let's say I know in my mind what to say, but when I say it, it comes out badly. It's all well. I don't know why they had to make this tunnel like this. It makes me dizzy, you know. And now I'm just halfway to it, and I have to go again through a similar passage. There it is. We're here. Yeah, you know, when you don't have time to play, it's no big deal. I mean, it's really important to solve and get done the things in real life first, and to play this game only as a last alternative. I had many years in my life when this game was really addictive to me, and yeah, I had all my schedule around it and around raiding, and it was really, I am not proud of that period of time, you know, from my life. Years wasted that I will never get back. Not to mention the health damage, you know, or weight loss and something like this. But right now, this is the reason I don't want to be in a guild or something like this. Because I don't have time to be there for others when they want to. Sometimes I have a lot of time, like right now on the Christmas holidays, but other times there are days in a row when I cannot play at all, you know. That's why I've delayed so much. 1 second. I delayed so much the of the game. I really gotta answer this phone call. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Oh, okay, I'm back. Yeah, Most Wanted. I think I've played it, but just a bit. The Porsche version was my my thing, but it was so long ago. Yeah. Nice to know that. Okay. Yeah, I had to take another Christmas greeting phone call, and that's why I had to be AFK a bit. Yeah, well, you know, I think I am gonna end the stream here. I wanna go and grab a bite, and maybe I'll come back a bit later. If not, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, to all of you, especially to you, Florian. I wish you a Merry Christmas once again. To be safe and sound, healthy with your beloved ones, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much, man. And really, I am honored to have you anytime on my stream. Yeah, Sampron too. Well, those were the days, you know. My first computer had only 256 megabytes of RAM. And yeah, there was sometimes, but we'll continue our talk in my next stream. I wish you all the best, man. Bye bye.